I was easing my 40-foot yacht, the Revenge's Whisper, into the slip when the wail of sirens shredded the lazy Gulf breeze like a bad country ballad gone wrong. There stood Karen Hargrove, HOA enforcer extraordinaire, her frosted bobdo whipping in the wind as she jabbed her iPhone skyward, bellowing about an armed invader threatening our serene community with his floating monstrosity. Cops screeched up in their black and whites, guns half drawn, while deckhands scattered like roaches. Karen had turned my homecoming into a three-ring circus, and she didn't even blink when I killed the engine and tossed the line to my buddy Marco. It started 6 months back, when I inherited the whole damn Marina from my late Uncle Hank, a grizzled old salt who'd clawed this slice of paradise from the mangroves back in the 70s. I'd been away in Seattle, grinding as a software engineer, wiring code for tech bros who thought vacation meant a Zoom happy hour. Hanks will hit like a rogue wave. 12 acres of prime waterfront, slips for 50 boats, the bait shop, even a tiki bar where locals nurse Coronas and swap tall tales. I flew down to Clearwater on a red-eye. Visions of flipping burgers at the grill and finally ditching the cubicle life. But Karen? She'd been Hank's nightmare neighbor for years, lording over the lakeside point HOA like it was her personal fiefdom. That condo complex across the access road, her kingdom of beige siding and no soliciting signs. Karen and I went way back in the worst way. She'd been my high school crush, queen bee of the debate club, all sharp wit and sharper heels. We dated senior year, until she ditched me for the quarterback after I bombed the SATs and chose community college over Vanderbilt. "You're not ambitious enough, Jake," she'd sneered, flipping her hair like it was a dismissal from God. Fast forward 2 decades. I show up to claim my inheritance, and she's the HOA president, finding Hank posthumously for unauthorized dock extensions that he'd built with his own sweat. Our first run-in, she cornered me at the county clerk's office, clipboard in hand, demanding I register as a commercial entity or face liens. I laughed it off, bought her a coffee at the diner, old-time sake. Big mistake. She saw weakness, started a petition to eminent domain the Marina for a family-friendly park. Neighbors signed like lemmings, egged on by her emails blasting me as a greedy outsider disrupting our vibe. By the time I rolled up that sweltering July afternoon, her crusade had escalated. I'd ignored her latest cease and desist, mailed to my old Seattle address, the Petty Witch, because why not? This was my turf now. As the Whisper nudged the pilings, Karen burst from her golf cart like a heat-seeking missile, megaphone in one manicured fist. "Sir, this is private property. You're in violation of Ordinance 47B. No vessels over 25 feet without board approval." Her voice cracked the air, drawing a crowd of retirees in visors and flip-flops, murmuring about property values plummeting. I stepped onto the dock, aviators low on my nose, smirking as the first cruiser idled up. "Evening, Officer Ramirez." False alarm. The cops, Ramirez and his rookie partner, both Marina regulars who'd fished with Hank, eyed Karen like she'd just confessed to jaywalking. She thrust her phone forward, playback blaring. "Yes, 911? There's a man trying to ram his boat into our community dock. It's terrorism. Send everyone." Ramirez stifled a chuckle, holstering his sidearm. "Ma'am, this here's Jake Harlan. He owns the joint. Lock, stock, and bilge pumps." Karen's face drained faster than a leaky hull. Mouth agape, clutching her necklace like it was a rosary. The crowd gasped, then snickered. Old Mrs. Petrov from the condos yelled, "Told you, car. Jake's one of us." But the real gut punch came at the emergency HOA meeting she called that night, desperate to spin it. I crashed it uninvited, deed in hand, projecting Hank's faded blueprints on her precious smartboard. "See this? Grand Pays signature. Means your Ordinance 47B is HOA fanfic." Whispers turned to outrage. Turns out, Karen had forged proxy votes to push her park scheme, pocketing admin fees from a shady developer buddy. By dawn, the board ousted her in a 7-2 landslide. She slunk out, eyes red-rimmed, muttering about lawsuits that'd never stick. Last I heard, she's flipping houses up in Tampa, blackballed from every condo gig south of Orlando. Me? I renamed the tiki bar Karen's Wake. Serve a hell of a rum runner. Every sunset, I raise a glass to the horizon, the water lapping like applause. Revenge isn't bitter, folks. It's just the tide turning.